Hi, I'm Jason Gordon for ThatShelf.com, and we're here to look at the Astrud Gilberto One Step, Girl from Ipanema, available from Impex Records. So, as you can see from the back, Impex Records released another of their One Step. This is one of their wonderful new releases. I have number 2601 of 7500 on the back sticker. They have been doing One Steps using the VR900 vinyl compound and just doing absolutely fantastic releases. The famous Blue Raincoat I reviewed earlier on this channel, and it is stunning compared to the other versions. I wasn't going to get this, and yet FOMO absolutely won out. I have the 45 RPM from AP. I thought that was sufficient. Hell, I have the Blu-ray audio version of it. This is not a record I listen to over much, but, you know, it's such an important record in terms of the history of bringing Bossa Nova to North America's attention. It's an immaculately well-recorded record, and the fact that I bought this as part of the stuff that I brought in from Phoenix, Arizona, from Mike and his team there at the In-Groove, given how much he and others extol the virtues of this particular release, people who know this record very well have spoken very well of it. I was intrigued enough to want to pick it up while I could, and it was substantially less money, almost $100 less for me to bring it in from there, given some of the sales and the transaction stuff, than for me to pick it up here. As ridiculous as it is, that's sort of the new normal for it. So I'm going to crack it open. I'm going to have a chance to listen to it later, and we'll do sort of a direct comparison between this, the AP, and others. We'll see how it actually stands, but you know, there are certainly worse things than for me to have multiple versions of this particular record. No, I don't have a first pressing. No, I'm not interested in tracking that down. I think this is sufficient in terms of my lunacy. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I'm just trying to have a version of this record that I'm actually just going to enjoy listening to. And frankly, I'm going to support Impex because I really love the stuff they do. I have some really, really beautiful releases from them, and I love their general ethos. They don't do 1,000 releases a year. They just choose good records to do, and I love it. Now, unlike the MoFi One Step, inside the sort of clamshell thing, you have this beautiful jacketed version, nice and glossy, that sort of slips in. It's a double gatefold because, of course, it's 45 RPM. As I open this up, we have not only the record itself, as I can do this, but it's actually set as a booklet. So much more information in here, just like a full-on, like a multi-page booklet inside the gatefold. Absolutely exquisite. The records themselves will be sleeved, of course. Ooh, a technical note from Impex. This is one of Verve's most successful jazz items, jazz titles of all time. There's a copy of the master tape selection, so I will dig into that. And the record itself comes actually interesting in just like a poly sleeve. None of the paper polyline sleeves, but yeah, looks absolutely flawless, completely stunning, beautiful. Yep, absolutely no issues whatsoever. And we'll dig out the other record, and we'll see how it actually behaves as well. Same thing, just a poly sleeve, of course. And we have the label itself is just the Impex label with One Step on it. Side 1, 2, 3, and 4, of course, because it's 45 RPM, it stretches out. So yeah, there's our real quick look at the Astrud Gilberto Jobim. Let's not forget Jobim, who's obviously the Antônio Carlos Jobim, being the important contributor to what's actually taking place here, and then they are sort of given equal weight on the back this incredible record that has the Ipanema track that everybody in the world knows. And it's one of these songs, I mean, it's not quite So What, because I think So What people listen to and they just appreciate where it is in the canon of jazz. But I think Girl from Ipanema, because it was so sort of loungy, all that stuff that sort of came out of the Bossa Nova movement, it sort of put aside as something maybe a little bit simplistic or twee or schmaltzy. It's an incredible performance, just exquisitely recording the saxophone tone. All of it's there. It's really, really tremendous, and a beautiful collision between the sort of cool jazz, West Coast jazz, and the stuff that was taking place in Brazil. Really amazing sort of cultural conversation taking place on this record. So there's a quick look at the Impex release of this immortal record, the Getz Gilberto record. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this particular release. I will do a sort of shootout in time. Please subscribe, follow us on social media, click the bell, all that kind of stuff. We'll see you next video. All the best, and thank you so much for watching.